Amjad Talamini, the same person from earlier. Hi Angie, I like your videos, you're so sweet. When you breastfeed, could you please breastfeeding when you dress in bikini? Thanks for sharing. Okay, so I guess they're asking me, will I do breastfeeding in a bikini? No, I don't think so, because basically I'm not doing requests for things like that. Breastfeeding is a natural thing, it's part of natural everyday life, and I'm sure that there are times when I could breastfeed in a bikini, and if I happened to have a camera with me at the time, then yes. But it's very unlikely because I live in England, which means that it is freezing cold and pouring with rain 99.9% of the time, all year round, apart from like 1 month in the summer when it's like ridiculously hot. Well, not to you guys in the States it probably still freezing, but to us it's like ridiculously hot. And then, to be honest, depends. Am I pregnant when I'm in the summer? Am I just had a baby? Or am I, you know, feeling really toned and confident? Depending on what I am is whether I'm wearing a bikini or a swimming costume. So it's very unlikely I'm wearing a bikini because I've been having kids, so I haven't worn a bikini in absolutely years. So yeah, for me to put a bikini on just to breastfeed, I don't know. I feel like getting requested to wear certain clothes whilst breastfeeding, it's like a bit creepy. Like it's like I'm breastfeeding, I'm dressing up to breastfeed. Like, I don't know, it just feels fake and forced to me. I've had people in the past saying, you know, breastfeed in a dress, breastfeed in the bath and stuff like this. And whilst, you know, I do breastfeed in the bath, in our current property we don't have a bath, we have a shower, and the kids have their little baby baths, which would not fit me in. And also with that, I kind of feel again like it's a request for me to do something in order to maybe sexualize it, and that's what I don't want to do. Whereas I know that breastfeeding in the bath is not sexual at all. It's just as natural as me breastfeeding in the bed or, you know, on the sofa. You know, it doesn't matter. You breastfeed wherever you are. If I have a bath, I'm hoping to get a bath fitted. If I happen to breastfeed in the bath, then, and I have a camera there, and I decide to do a video, then yeah, I may do, but like I'm not going to go and record myself in the bath because I don't know, I just filling out requests, I don't know, I don't like it. I just to do breastfeeding videos in real life when I am actually breastfeeding. So any videos that you have of me breastfeeding, I was breastfeeding at that time. I planned to breastfeed, I was breastfeeding, and I just happened to decide to make a video about it at the time. And, you know, yeah. So I hope that answers your question. I'm not sure if I did or not. 199 says, hi, we want to show how breastfeed in car and how to clean the breasts after breastfeeding. I have got videos of me breastfeeding in a car. If you go on my mother breastfeeds baby whilst answering other bitchy breastfeeding mothers. If you go through my videos, you'll see that I've got videos of me breastfeeding in the car. So that's that. Again, I don't really like you know, doing requests for these things, but yeah. And then your second question of how do I clean the breasts after breastfeeding? I don't. Breastfeeding, it's kind of like your baby breastfeeds and then gets off again. Like, what's to clean? Like, you know, the nipples dry before you put it back into your bra. You change your bra every day, so you're gonna have a wash later on. Like, why do you need to wash your breasts? You know, maybe in certain countries that's something you do, but here in the UK it's not something I've ever seen a woman do. Clean her breasts after breastfeeding. Now I feel like am I supposed to be cleaning my breasts? Am I gross? Like I haven't? I don't know. I've never ever known a woman to wash her breasts after breastfeeding. But yeah. Wafanada says, it's very lovely toddler breastfeeding, but it is dangerous when his tooth to bite your nipple when mum don't care. dangerous with his tooth to bite my nipple when mum don't care. I think maybe they were trying to say maybe the baby could bite my nipple. It's dangerous for the baby to bite my nipple when I'm not prepared for it, or I'm not, you know, I'm minding my own business, then he suddenly bites me and I'm not expecting it. Maybe that's what the question is. Sorry, I don't understand the question fully, so I hope I answer it properly for you. But yes, toddlers do have teeth, and they do have a tendency, or they can bite accidentally or purposefully, you know, depending on the child. I've never really had a child deliberately bite my breast. And if they did, it was more like they got, you know, say if I was, you know, tickling them and talking to them at the time, and they were laughing and they just, you know, bit down. Or say when they fall asleep, sometimes they could fall into such a deep sleep that they kind of close their mouth down and their teeth kind of dig in. You know, or, you know, they were startled or something. I've never really had a child deliberately bite me. If I did, then probably I wouldn't be breastfeeding anymore. So I think I'm quite lucky with that. Biting is not an issue for me, really. And I don't feel like teeth makes a big difference. I know that a lot of women say as soon as the baby has teeth, they stop breastfeeding immediately. But no, I just don't find it's an issue, really. I did notice with Christina, as she got to about 2.5, she went through a stage where she's not in it now either. It was weird. It was like she was losing the ability to suck, or that she had so much in her mouth with all her teeth in there that her teeth just seemed to really get in the way when she was breastfeeding, and it was really off-putting. But then she kind of sorted herself out, you know, within a month or two, and settled down. So I don't know whether it was just, I don't know what it was, but yeah, I think it can happen that as they get older, they lose the ability to suck, and if that happens, then they will be biting you more. So probably become quite uncomfortable, but I haven't noticed a problem with it. So yeah. Anyway, I'm waffling on. Benjamin Tajar, what do you think about ANR? And I had to ask, because someone else asked me the same question, and I had to ask them what it was, and apparently it's adult nursing relationship. And I'd never heard of that, but assumably it's when a couple who are together, you know, they're intimate, and the man will drink the breast milk from the tap, you know, straight from, you know, drink, you know what I was saying, right? Drink the breast milk from the woman's breast. I don't know why that would be labelled as a nursing relationship, as if it was something special, because I'm sure that there are many couples that do this anyway, and it's not a big deal. Like, why would you suddenly become a special kind of relationship just because you did something like that? Because I'm sure there are a lot of couples that do. Me and my husband, we don't. My husband's just not into it. He doesn't, I mean, he's tasted my breast milk and he said it tasted nice, it tasted sweet. He definitely understood why babies liked it, but he just, I don't know, I think he just felt a bit weird about it, like, you know, to actually drink it. I don't know, I think it would creep him out. You know, he's got a very, he's very fussy with food. Like, for me to get him to eat and drink certain things is a nightmare. So to go to breast milk, I don't know, I think it's the psychological side of it was just too much of an issue, too much of a barrier for him. He just couldn't do it. If he'd have been cool with it, then it wouldn't have bothered me at all, because it wouldn't have been like, you know, he'd be constantly doing it. It would just be something that kind of happened whilst we were intimate. So unless that's what an adult, a nursing relationship is, that it's not when they're being intimate, it's that the man breastfeeds like a baby. Maybe that's what, see, I don't know what it is. That's kind of a bit weird, but I mean, whatever floats your boat, I suppose, if you're happy to do that. I personally wouldn't feel entirely happy about it, to be honest. like I said, I'd be happy for my husband to taste it, to try it, and if he liked the taste and wanted to drink some, then I wouldn't be overly concerned. But if like he was like really into it and stuff, I don't know, I just feel a bit weird. Like, I don't know. Breastfeeding is for feeding a baby and nurturing a baby, and whilst I don't think that that has to be the strict, strict rules about it, and I certainly see the benefits of breastfeeding and think it's far superior to any other milk out there, especially like to cow's milk and stuff. So if an adult wanted to benefit from it, then I don't see a problem with it. But I don't know why they can't just drink it from a cup. Like, why would they need to drink it from the breast? I don't know, maybe it's something, I don't know, I've never tried it, so like, maybe it's something that we're all missing out on. Maybe it's the way forward. I don't know. But I certainly know that breast milk has so many amazing things, like it can cure cancer, or studies showing that it can help to cure cancer. And I did do a bit of research, and it seems to be true that, that it can help with it. So that's amazing, and I certainly would not withhold my breast milk from someone that had cancer. If someone said to me, I have cancer, I'd pay you for your breast milk, I would happily give breast milk, because I'd feel like I was doing something good, but never straight from the tap. I don't know, I just, like I said, I can't even do it with my own husband. But then again, that's because he's just not into it, I think. Maybe if he was into it, maybe I'd feel differently. I don't know. I'm open-minded, but... So I think I've managed to answer your question with that.